Welcome to the second episode of Pointless Constructions and Farms. As you may be able to tell from the colour of the background here, we are in the Nether. And this here is my zombie pigman farm construction. Now, the task of building this would be almost impossible in a normal world. As you may notice, there's absolutely no land anywhere at all, except for the farm itself. And this causes the yield of the farm to be very, very, very high. I mean, if we stand at the bottom here, you'll just see the noise and amount of items that are created through this. That's a lot of gold. So, there are some specific rules about zombie pigmen, and they have strange spawning methods and strange spawning rules that are unlike normal mobs. You see, zombie pigmen can spawn even in the light, so it doesn't matter where you put glowstone, they can still spawn everywhere, and it's very difficult to prevent their spawning where you don't want them to be. However, they can't spawn on half blocks, which you'll notice this entire stairway here is made out of half blocks. They can't spawn on top of chests, or on top of glowstone directly, or on top of torches, or within a few blocks of the portal that enters into the Nether. So they can't spawn anywhere around here at all. They also can't spawn anywhere where there isn't a roof that's at least too high, so they can't spawn on these redstone blocks, as these glass blocks here prevent them. So, how have I built it? Well, as you can see, there are these large, like, balloon-shaped modules. They're all the same, so let's just have a look at one of them. As you can see, the pigmen are all eventually pushed down this hole here. The way it works is that a zombie pigman may spawn on these golden panels here, and they can also spawn on the pressure plates, but assuming that a pig spawns on this golden panel, it will happily take a walk off here onto these pads, which then push them off the edge, and they get pushed all the way down and into the water, and then from there they flow into the central area. So there are multiple of these large balloon-shaped modules. There are 7 of them in total, and they all simply lead to a central area where they're all collected together. So all the zombie pigmen flow into the middle here, where they take a large drop and collapse at the bottom. Now this pigman farm has an enormous yield of golden nuggets, which, although probably not the most useful of items in the game, you can use gold to make golden rails, maybe golden apples, glistening lemons, that kind of thing, so it's not entirely useless. The rotten flesh, however, probably not quite so useful. I also installed this lever here so that when you press it, you actually seal the hole at the top here. So you can do a quite interesting thing here where you basically allow the farm to start filling up to capacity with hundreds of pigmen. I mean, the spawn rate of pigmen is absolutely crazy, so they build up very, very, very quickly. Once they get to a large enough amount, you just hit the lever and close your ears, it's very loud. That just about concludes the episode of Pointless Construction and Farms. So yeah, this farm took probably the longest to build, just because the spawn rules for pigmen are very confusing and difficult. But I think in total it took maybe about 10 hours to construct, something like that. So I will see you next time on another episode of Pointless Constructions and Farms.